Once upon a time in a bustling city, there lived a 16-year-old boy named Arjun. Now, Arjun was no ordinary teenager. His mind worked differently, not with words or numbers, but with shapes, patterns, and ideas. To everyone else, these were just doodles in his notebook, a waste of time. But to Arjun, they were the only way he could make sense of the world. One day, his father found his sketchbook. He was furious. "What's the meaning of all this, son? You think these drawings will get you a job? You can't build a future out of sketches," he scolded. And every time young Arjun would quietly flip the page and keep drawing. Then one day, their teacher announced a national innovation challenge. Each student had to come up with an idea that solved a real problem in their community. Everyone groaned. Too much work, too much pressure. But Arjun's pen started moving before he even realized it. He sketched a foldable cart that could turn into a chair. It was something his grandmother, who sold vegetables on the roadside, had always wished for. She sat for long hours on her cart, and a chair would have been nice, but it wasn't practical. So she had to sit on her cart, which often led to backaches and sore legs. But Arjun's design solved that problem. He entered the contest nervously. Standing in front of the judges, he had nothing but his sketch. Most other contestants had shiny presentations, some even had fancy prototypes, and some had their parents, who were prominent businessmen, whispering advice in their ears. When it was his turn, Arjun stammered, showing them his drawing. I don't have a model, but I have a problem I want to solve. And this is how I do it, he said. The room went quiet, the judges leaned closer, and for the first time in his life, Arjun felt like people were really listening. Then one of the judges asked, "Can it carry heavy loads?" "Yes, ma'am." "I made sure the base is strong and wide," Arjun replied confidently. Good thinking, son. What about the joints? Will they be strong enough?" "I thought about that, sir. I chose a special wood that's both light and sturdy, and I designed the joints to fit together like puzzle pieces." "See," he explained, pointing to his drawing. The judge nodded, impressed. "You seem to have put a lot of thought into this. Tell us more about the material, Arjun." And so Arjun, the boy who was usually ignored, spoke at length about his idea, his voice gaining confidence with each word. Weeks later, the results arrived. Arjun's idea had won. He had not only won the innovation challenge, but also received funding to actually build his idea. Engineers worked with him, and soon his grandmother was the first person to try out the foldable cart chair. She sat down with tears in her eyes and whispered, "Your sketches, they built my comfort." His invention didn't just bring comfort, it also brought joy and ease to countless other street vendors. Soon, vendors from all over the country were asking for Arjun's invention. An NGO that worked with street vendors saw Arjun's design and decided to help him scale his idea. Within 2 years, thousands of vendors were using Arjun's invention, smiling as they sat on their colorful foldable chairs. Arjun went from being the boy who wasted time drawing to the boy whose drawings changed lives. Now, whenever Arjun felt discouraged, he looked at the smiling faces of the people his invention had helped. He remembered the feeling of accomplishment when he presented his idea to the judges, and most importantly, he never stopped drawing. If this story has inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories that can spark your imagination and change your perspective.